Hey guys, HC here, and today we are doing a mock draft. So this one is just going to be one round. I might have a 2-round mock draft coming soon, but let's get into it. So the first pick is a given at this point. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence. I think the Jaguars fan would burn down the Jaguars stadium if they did not pick him with this pick, and they will, so. At number 2, this actually becomes interesting though, because there's only 2 players I'm considering. It's Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. Zach Wilson is the more popular pick. Justin Fields has looked great, has been a great QB. He can basically do it all. But in my opinion, Zach Wilson is just a solid player all around. His arm strength is phenomenal, and he just plays so well and so fluidly versus great defenses. It's amazing. Anyways, at number 3, this one I think has to be QB. That is why the 49ers traded up, and I think it's going to be Justin Fields. You couldn't make an argument for Trey Lance. It's not going to be Mac Jones, I can tell you that much, but I think it's got to be QB, and I think I got to go Justin Fields. At number 4, this is a really interesting spot because they could go Trey Lance and QB, but 3 QBs just went, so I find that unlikely. They do really need defense, but there's not a spectacular defensive player in this draft. Like J.C. Horn maybe, but I think it's a little early for him. So I'm going to get them Kyle Pitts because he's a great athlete. You know, he can line up anywhere on the field and beat a defender. And he just is a solid player, an amazing size for a tight end. Amazing prospect coming out of the draft. And at number 5, I think this has to be Penei Sewell because the offensive line is so weak. So weak. They have Jonah Williams, who I like, but that's about it. So I think Penei Sewell will be a great pick for them. They don't really need a wide receiver with Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. And Auden Tate is a great red zone threat. So I think they go offensive tackle. And at number 6, again, this isn't too hard of a pick for me. I'm going Ja'Marr Chase. Arguably the best receiver in the class. He's a great player. Yeah, he's only played 1 year, but he also plays at the biggest conference this year, so that's great. And I think the Dolphins need someone like him on the offense to help Tua out. And at number 7, it's going to be another wide receiver for me. It's got to be Jalen Waddle. He's just so amazing. Another guy who could be wide receiver 1. I mean, this is a great wide receiver class. So, he's a slot, but he can also line up on the outside, which is amazing. He was great for Alabama this year, so, an amazing player. And normally here I would have the Panthers picking up Trey Lance, but they do have Sam Darnold, who I think is gonna be their QB this year. So I'm gonna go Rashawn Slater. Protect Sam Darnold. They already do have a pretty solid offensive line, but Rashawn Slater is the final touch to it. But at the Broncos pick, I will not pass up on Trey Lance. He is the 3rd or 4th best QB in the class, depending how you like Justin Fields. And I think the Broncos are in sort of a win-now mode, and they could be a QB away. And now with the Cowboys. Now, I think it's got to be cornerback for me. I'm going to go J.C. Horn. He's one of the best corner prospects in a while now. Patrick Surtain makes a good argument for that, but I don't think so. And then at the New York's pick, they don't really Devontae Smith is here, but they don't really need wide receiver that much. There's not an edge worth taking right now. So I think it's going to be an offensive tackle because they got Kevin Zeitler isn't there anymore. They have Andrew Thomas, who's okay. And there's not much else. I mean, Wilson Hernandez, didn't play that well. So I'm going to pick Tevin Jenkins for them. One of the best offensive linemen in the class. And I think he would just, help Daniel Jones play better so that maybe the Giants can play better all around as a team. And at number 12, it's really not much of a competition. It's going to be Devontae Smith. There's been some rumors about the Eagles trading up to get Devontae Smith, but I don't think he's going to go in the top 11, so I think they'd gladly take him at number 12. And with the Chargers, I think the biggest emphasis here is protecting Joe Burrow, and I think Christian Darrisaw would just do just that. He's a pure left tackle, which is what they need, and he will help off their offensive lines a lot. Now, this is interesting because the Vikings are here, and Vera Tucker is here. I like him a lot, but I also like Jalen Phillips a lot. Now, he struggles with injury concerns, but there's not another edge worth taking at 14. I like Kwity Paye a lot, but he'd better go later, so I think they would go Jalen Phillips here and just hope that he, his injury concerns bounced back and he was ready to play for the team. And at number 15, if Mac Jones is here, the Patriots got to take him. My favorite team, I'd be so mad if he was here at 15 and they didn't take him. But in this thing, they will take him. And for the Cardinals, at cornerback, they have Byron Murphy. And that's the only good corner on their team. Only good one. So they need Surtain. Could be CB1. He's my CB2, but he's a really great player. And for the Raiders, I think they have to go linebacker. And in my opinion, they should go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, JOK, because he's, a great linebacker. My linebacker one in the class. Michael Parsons struggles with character concerns, so I think that JOK is a great player for the Raiders to snag. They don't really have much at linebacker. They have Yannick Ngakoue, but he's more of an edge to me. So I think that is a great pick for them. He was really good at Notre Dame this past season, so great pick for them. Now, for the Dolphins, they need edge so bad. They don't have one good edge, really. And I think Kwity Paye is who I'm going to pick up for them. He's a great player that's going to add to their defense. They lost Kyle Van Noy, and he can play in a similar role to him, but he's more of a Kyle Van Noy is more of an off-the-ball linebacker, but Kwity Paye is an amazing player coming out. So, and with the football team, I think they're going to take a chance on Micah Parsons. The defensive line is great, but at linebackers, they don't really have a lot. I know Michael Parsons has lots of character concerns. It's not even sure how much he likes football, but I think the football team needs a good linebacker, and Michael Parsons could do that for them. Now, with the Bears pick, this is a bit of an interesting one. I think it's going to be wide receiver, and I think Terrace Marshall Jr. is going to be their pick. He's a great wide receiver, and they're going to lose Allen Robinson probably. I like Darnell Mooney as a slot, but not much else. And Anthony Miller is okay, just isn't great. So Terrace Marshall should be a great pickup to their wide receiver core, and should give Andy Dalton, someone to throw to more. So, and with the Colts, I think this is going to be where Elijah Vera Tucker goes. They have Quentin Nelson, But on the other side, they really don't have much. I believe, I don't even know. But the tackles are all fine right now. I mean, there is a left tackle hole, but still, I think Elijah Vera-Tucker could move over, and he's the best inside offensive lineman in the class. Probably, I could say that very easily. So, I think that they would jump to take Elijah Vera-Tucker at 21. And with the Titans, they need corner so bad after losing Adoree Jackson. And I think Greg Newsome is going to be their guy. One of the best corners in the class. Great ball skills. He's great at the line. Just an all-around great player. And I think they would jump to take him here. But I'm probably going to go another corner here in where is he? In Ifeadi Melifonwu. I don't know how to say it. But he's a great player. He was pretty good this past year. And definitely the Jets do need corner very bad. They don't really have anyone good right now. So I think they would like to take Melifonwu. And with the Steelers, this is kind of an interesting pick for me. They could go cornerback in the form of Eric Stokes or Caleb Farley. But there's not really, I don't think that would really happen right now. I think Samuel Cosby is the pick for them. They need a QB desperately, and whoever that is next season, Samuel Cosby will add protection for him and a good amount too. So he should be a great player for them. And now with the the Jaguars, I think they're going to go Christian Barmore. And this is really not a good defensive line class, and I think he is the best defensive lineman in the class, and the Jaguars need defensive line a lot, so I think Christian Barmore would be great for them. And now with the Browns, they might have took Christian Barmore with this pick, but he is not here, so who will they pick now? They could use a wide receiver. Rashad Bateman is here. I'd like that. They need edge, although no one here I would really pick at this pick. Corner could be good. Again, no one I'd really take at this pick, though. No one in defensive line. No. So, I don't know. Maybe Azeez Ojulari? You know what's good? We're going to go Azeez Ojulari for them. It's a bit of a reach, but a reach I think that they needed to take. They could have took Zaven Collins, but, Azeez Ojulari is a great player, and I think he will boost up their defense a lot. He was amazing at Georgia, so he will be their pick. And with the Ravens, they got to get some help for Lamar Jackson, and I think Rashad Bateman will be the guy for that. He's a pretty good player, can separate very well, and can also just get up and get the ball sometimes. So he's a great player. And now with the Saints, I think they'd go Caleb Farley or Eric Stokes. I'm going to go Caleb Farley for them. He does have some injury concerns, but, the Saints, they just they need to help out their cornerback group. They have Marshon Lattimore, and that's about it. So they need some help. And then for the Packers here, they could go with Elijah Moore. They could go with Eric Stokes. They could go with Brady Christensen. They could go with Dalen Adams. Not really a linebacker I'd take here if I were them. Jermaine Davis is pretty good. Just don't think right now is the time for him. Brady Christensen is a little older, but they also are all trying to win now. This is a really interesting pick. Think they gotta do it. Yeah. I mean, protection was so bad last year, so Brady Christensen, I think, will help out them a lot. And now, the Bills at 30. Now, they could take corner, but Eric Stokes is more of a second round guy to me. So I'm just going to have them go Najee Harris. I think he will boost up their offense in a team that is going to be great next season, I think. And he will help them out a lot. And now, with the Chiefs, I think Dylan Radunz would be good. After losing Mitchell Schwartz, they probably would have taken Brady Christensen if he was available, but he is not. So I think Dylan Radunz is going to be their pick. And for the Buccaneers, they just have so much talent. They don't really need much here. An inside offensive lineman could be nice, but do they really need that? Not really. So I think, I mean, I don't know. You know what? Let's just go Landon Dickerson for them. Great player and should, be a great fill-in player if that's what he has to be. So that's my mock draft. No trades in this one. Maybe I'll have that coming soon. Hope you guys liked it, and goodbye.